There's a huge business opportunity this year other than dropshipping that no doubt people will jump on the bandwagon soon. The business opportunity is private and white labeling on a large scale. And in this video, I'll show you the top 5 private label products that you can take and use right now.
Make up your mind.
So in last week's video, I showed you how to white label your products and sell these products online. If you haven't watched that video, then make sure to check out that video at the end of this specific video because I show you end to end how exactly to brand your products and sell them online. For those who are still stuck on product ideas, then I'm about to give you the top 5 private or white label products this year. So let's get stuck straight into it. I'm going to give you the first product straight away. Moving on to my monitor here. And the first product is extremely popular. This is bottles. Now, there's a high potential market growth here for bottles because, who doesn't need bottles? And it is extremely easy to brand as well. It offers high potential market growth. And we know this because social responsibility and eco-friendly products are growing. I've mentioned this in the previous top product video that I've done at the start of this year. And this hasn't changed at all when it comes to bottles. Now, like I said, social responsibility and eco-friendly products are growing. It is a market worth $10 billion by 2025. Like I said, this is a huge market slice that you can take. You don't need 0.01% of that 10 billion to make a decent amount of money. So clicking onto that specific link, if you look at this, there is a lot to be made here, guys. And if you go into the specifics here, global reusable water bottle markets, you can go with glass, metal, silicone, etc., etc. And then let's look at primary usage, everyday, sports, travel. Now, these are already 3 niches that you can target. Now, going beyond this, I'm going to give you a real life example too. And I will go into Alibaba and show you some examples of this, but I want to show you 2 bottles that I have and the quick backstories behind it. So if you look at this image on the screen here, these are very generic thermos travel bottles, right? And it looks exactly like this right here. Okay, so I got this bad boy right here. If this focuses, this thermos bottle is essentially the same thing that you can find on Alibaba. However, it is branded. Okay, this is branded. If you look right here, if it focuses, that lightning symbol is, you guys might recognize it. It is the symbol from Facebook's Messenger chat. So that is Facebook Messenger's logo. Now, I got this specific bottle visiting Facebook's office because if you don't already know, I work with a digital marketing agency, so I get to frequent Facebook offices quite often. And they gave me that bottle, but this is an example of branding your own product and turning that product into your own brand and selling it online. That is going to increase the value of this specific bottle, guys. It is taking dropshipping to the next level in the sense that you're not selling generic products. You are actually branding them and selling them. Another good example of this, and I like my bottles, as you can tell. This is a very, very generic bottle. It looks very nice though. It's very nicely built, but you can also find this on Alibaba. However, it is branded very subtly on the top here by T2. That is another good example of white labeling your products. And you can get this done, guys, through Alibaba. You can get this done very easily through Alibaba, through Chinese suppliers, once you establish a communication with them. I'm going to give you a quick example now, right? We go and look up thermos bottles or flasks or whatever. Let's give this a quick go. You see, searching up thermos bottles, there is a lot of options here. You can quite literally white label. So let's look at this one and let's look at this one. This specific bottle is the exact same bottle that I showed you, but in different various colors. Again, if you look at this and then look at this, it is the same thing. However, it is just white labeled right here with a nice sort of logo. You can do the exact same thing with your own brand, and you can get this at $1.20 per piece. Now, of course, you're going to order by bulk, but like you said, if you don't understand how this all works and how to get your products fulfilled and why you have to buy so many products, watch my previous video at the end of this video. So that is a good example of getting these products on cheap and branding them. Now, another one is, you can go through a lot of these products and you can quite literally brand any of these. That is the power of white labeling, private labeling that not many people are doing at the moment. So that's an example of a product that you can quite literally take for on the cheap and brand it and sell it significantly higher than the bulk price. So that's the first one, bottles. And we know that the market is worth 10 billion by 2025. So there is growth here, guys. So hop on that trend. Now, phone accessories is the second one. Now, it's currently estimated to be $107 billion industry, over $107 billion industry. That is huge. And when I talk about phone accessories, this can be anything to do related to a phone, anything. It can be a case, it can be pop sockets is a huge one. So if you don't know what pop sockets are, that is what the photo is all about. Pop sockets was a huge trend back last year, and they were selling like hot pancakes. You can almost call it the new fidget spinner. But the biggest thing that I personally like about phone accessories beyond just very easily white labeling things is you can ride new trends. What do I mean by that? You know when there's new phones coming out. When Apple announces a phone, where there's rumors, or when Samsung releases their new Galaxy flagship phone, there is going to be an influx of people that need new phone cases for starters, or need new accessories for the phone itself. It is limitless. So you can ride trends in that sense. And even beyond the initial launch, firstly, there's always new phones launching, so you can cater to that. And secondly, you can quite literally always fulfill demand for phone cases at the very least, because everyone needs a phone case, and there's phones sold every single day. And I like it because you can very easily white label these products too. Now, quickly looking at the mobile phone accessories market, just looking at some stats here. So scrolling down to this is exactly what I was saying. The top impacting factors for a growing industry. Rapid in demand for wireless accessories, something to note. Rapid technological advancement, adverse effect on hearing ability, strong distribution networks, strong disposable income. All of these reasons pertain to a strong mobile accessories industry. Scrolling down here, let's take a specific look at product types. So specific product mobile accessories: battery, earphones, portable speakers, chargers, memory cards, protective cases, battery cases, power banks. Now, most of these things, okay, you can white label. Battery cases for sure, power banks for sure. And let's quickly take a look on Alibaba again to give you an example of all of this. Let's look at iPhone XS, or let's make it easy, X case, and let it load. Now, you get a plethora of high quality products, mind you, and a whole range of them. You can take these images and firstly, brand them with your own brand, add it as a watermark of some sort onto these accessories, and you've got your own product essentially. You don't have some lousy, no-name product. You have a product with your brand on it. And from there, you want to create and build up your brand with your niche audience, and the value proposition, or I guess the perception of value increases. So, like I said, guys, if we zoom into this, you can put your own brand onto the back of these cases, and you've got so many choices when it comes to different types of cases or mobile accessories for that matter. So you're spoiled for choice, really. So that is the second recommendation when it comes to product ideas. The third product idea is smart backpacks. This is a big one, and something that I missed out on last year. And that's a whole nother story in itself, so I won't get into that. But everyone uses a backpack, and smart backpacks are trending real quick right now. I personally have seen this backpack in public many, many times, and I'm talking about no-name AliExpress smart backpacks. They're everywhere. So this is a hot product. I know that for certain. It is a common product. Everyone needs a backpack, and why not charge your phone while you have a backpack, right? So the global smart backpack business market is expected to grow almost 5% in the next few years. So there's still room for growth here. There's still room to jump on the bandwagon when it comes to smart backpacks. And beyond that, it is, again, very easy to white label. You can quite simply just smack your logo onto here, and you've got your own branded product. That is the best thing about products coming from China and Alibaba and wholesale suppliers. You can slap your brand onto the product and you've got your own product. You've got your own brand. So this is pretty big. And I wanted to go beyond just looking at stats, because we're looking at quite a lot of statistics and market research. But let's go beyond that and look at Google Trends, which is a big tool. If you haven't already seen that video, by the way, about my top 5 niches in dropshipping, then definitely take a look at that, because dropshipping it's not dead, definitely not dead. For those who are still dropshipping, then take a look at that video. But let's go beyond that and look at Google Trends. Now, looking at Google Trends, let's type it in I think it's smart bag, smart backpack, whatever. Let's look at this trend. Go worldwide, not United States, go worldwide, and look at the global trend as a whole. And if we look at the past 5 years here, you usually want to look at a larger period to see how interest has fluctuated over time rather than just the past 12 months, because it's going to continue to fluctuate. But as you can see here, back up until 2017, there was, you would say, low demand at 34 points or so, 35 points. But it fluctuated big time to 185 points during the end of 2017. And it's still, relatively high in terms of demand here. Now, you could probably search up smart backpacks and whatnot, and you'll see more of a demand or interest, but you get the point. So there's still demand for these smart backpacks. And so that is the third recommendation. Now, moving on to the fourth recommendation, pet products. Again, guys, huge market growth here, 5 to 10% industry growth year on year from 2015. And I mean, pet products are always a win in my opinion, because pet owners are fanatics. It is beyond a hobby. It is an obsession. People love their pets, particularly dogs and cats. And these customers, from what I've seen, will drop money on pets, on their pets, and impulse buys. And beyond that, there's very easy targeting options in the sense that there's plenty of groups that you can target. There's plenty of targeting options when it comes to pets and pet lovers. And I want to give you a quick example, because pet products, very, very broad, right? You can go from a whole bunch of different things, pet toys, pet leashes, all that good stuff. But I want to give you a quick example, going back to Google Trends again, a cat self-groomer. I want to give you this specific example because I've seen it all over Facebook recently, and it is a hot product. And I can tell they're coming directly from dropshipping stores. So let's take another look here, and let's type in cat self-groomer, hit enter, and let's take a look at the trend. Wow, this is huge. And as I thought, because I've seen it all over Facebook recently, so this is most definitely a hot product. It is, look, there was no interest whatsoever up until late 2017, and even then it dropped off, and now it's just growing back and it is peaking still. So as of March 2019, there is a big interest in cat self-groomers, and it's not just this product. I know that pet products in general, there's usually a high demand, but this specifically, this trend, this is big. This is a hot product indeed. And again, all you need to do, let's go into Alibaba and I'll show you again, cat self-groomer or cat brush or whatever. Here we go. With this, I'm not 100% sure how it works, but I think you like stick it on a wall or something like that, and the cat sort of like grooms itself, hence the name self-groomer, duh. But what you can do, again, to differentiate this and not just dropship this product, you can create a brand, or if you already have a pet store, a pet dropshipping store, and you've seen success and you're already selling products, then go ahead and white label your brand. If your store is called Cats or Us, for example, slap that brand and that logo onto these products and start creating a brand behind it, because you're going to create a monopoly behind your product and your niche. You really want to create a monopoly, because that's how you're going to get repeat customers. That's how you're going to scale your store infinitely more than anything else. So that's number 4. Moving on to the last product recommendation, and that is activewear. Activewear, guys, has been very popular for a while now, and in terms of a product, this is a very strong niche. It is a very strong niche. Let's look at the huge global growth here. I'm going to copy and paste this into a browser and just show you how fast activewear is growing. As you can see here, look at the title. The global active market size is expected to reach 567 billion by 2024. This blows everything out of the water compared to the other 4 product niches that I was talking about so far. Does that mean everyone should hop onto this? No, that's not what I mean. But what I'm saying is this is a huge market and it's expected to grow year on year on year. Now, I'm not going to go too deeply into this report, but I just wanted to talk about the niche. There's firstly, like I said here, there's a large product variation on Alibaba and it's very simple to white and private label. There is limitless amounts of sports bras, activewear, tights for men and women. And if we go onto an example here, let's take a look, activewear or tights or whatever, yoga pants. Again, very, very simple, guys, to brand. And, you could go as far as to say, I know it is a little bit different, and I might do a case study on this. If you know Gymshark, if you're into fitness whatsoever, then I'm sure you know or have stumbled upon the brand Gymshark. They started initially dropshipping. Then they moved on to private labeling. And that's when they started to slap their Gymshark brand onto these products. And that's where they found success and started scaling. And obviously at this point, guys, they've taken it in-house. They've taken their designs. They've got a pure design team. They've got a production team, etc., etc. But that's where they started in terms of roots. And now they're a multi-million-dollar business. Huge. Potentially multi-billion-dollar business. I don't know. But I heard they're a serious contender to Nike these days. So there we have it, guys. Those are the 5 very strong white label product ideas that you can take today, right now, and start. Now, white and private labeling is a little bit more difficult than dropshipping because it's not as convenient. But like I said, guys, if you haven't seen how to start your online brand and business and white label your products, then watch my previous video. I'm going to link it up somewhere here in this video so you can check it out if you haven't already seen it, and get onto this trend, because no doubt, I can imagine people are going to be jumping onto this bandwagon soon, and it's going to light up this year. Is it a completely new idea? No, definitely not, but I just think it's completely underutilized. So if you want to see more content on white and private labeling, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, I've got quite a few requests in terms of new video ideas. Instagram, Facebook is a huge one. Google Ads and shopping is a huge one as well. So if you have any suggestions or what you want to see, let me know in the comments down below. And on top of that, I'll also be traveling in the next couple of weeks. So watch out for those videos. I'll be making a whole bunch of digital nomad content, how to make money abroad and that sort of stuff. So tune in. If you haven't subscribed, then subscribe. But otherwise, guys, if this video has helped you, give it a thumbs up and keep on hustling.